Hey everyone, and welcome to Goth Girl Tarot. So, today we're going to do what you need to know right now for all signs. What are the messages that you need to hear right now, and what should you be aware of? All right. Just so you know, if you like and resonate with this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. It greatly helps the channel. Also, I always respond to all comments as much as I can, but I do like to wait till in between the readings before responding. All right. So on this channel, we always do it backwards. So Pisces first and to Aries. All right. So let's start with Pisces. Hey, Pisces. So, what do you need to know right now? What messages does Pisces need to know right now? Let's see. Pisces, they're just for a particular Pisces out there. You might have some kind of love interest going on or coming in, but let's see what the actual reading has in store. Let's see what the main spread has to say about that. But that is a particular message coming out. Okay. So Pisces, what I'm actually seeing for what you need to know right now, there's some kind of disagreement happening. That's going to be coming in. This is the message that we have for you. There might be two or more people trying to kind of come for you, if you will. And it's really going to put your defenses up. But I'm also seeing the message of stand up for yourself and defend yourself. So if you do have someone that's trying to speak poorly about you, don't just take it lying down at all. Stand up for yourself, defend yourself, especially if you didn't do anything and these are just because that's what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing like, if anything, this could have been someone that you might have had a passionate connection with, kind of coming in to start a fight with you. Okay. Um, and now, strangely enough, I feel like I predict this a reading or two ago where someone was going to come in just to start a fight because they just wanted your attention. And honestly, I'm getting this exact energy from this reading as well. Honestly, the crazy thing is Spirit is actually saying that the advice here, don't forget what this person did to you. Don't allow them to sweep it under the rug, especially if this is someone that caused you great emotional pain. Because I kind of get this feeling like, they're coming in to fight, but I also feel like they're very immature and they wouldn't be able to take accountability for their actions. So there's the likelihood that they might try to sweep it under the rug, as most narcissists do. They don't want to take accountability for their actions. No, narcissists never want to do that. If anything, they'd rather try to convince you that you're the crazy one, or that you're being dramatic and why can't we just put this away and why can't you just let it go, instead of actually taking any time to not only accept accountability for their own behavior, but try to genuinely work through that kind of energy that they started. So what I'm seeing though is stand up for yourself, very much so. Stand up for yourself. If this person tries crossing your path and pretending that they want to they're just either trying to just pick a fight or trying to pretend like what their behavior wasn't that bad, let them go. This Spirit is in particular saying don't allow this person to just skirt under what they actually did or their own behavior. Be very aware of the way that they treated you, and be mindful of that, because I feel like if anything, they might try to come in and sweet talk you. So there's a chance that either they're coming to start a fight or they're coming to sweet talk you and just sweep all the bad stuff under the rug and act like it never happened. Defend yourself, stand up for yourself. But also, because by doing that, by defending yourself and standing up for yourself, and again, you don't have to do this in an aggressive way, but you're also going to be cultivating new experiences for yourself, right? So once, and I feel like this is something that has to come to pass for that door to be properly closed. And that way you can allow new energy into your life. Okay. But Pisces, that's what you need to know right now is someone's going to try coming in and sweet talk you. Either going to sweet talk you or pick a fight with you. Either way, it's because they're craving your attention right now. And Spirit is saying, don't allow this person to sweep under the rug the way that they treated you. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. What message does Aquarius need? What does Aquarius need to know right now? Let's see. What does Aquarius need to know right now? Aquarius, just to say, you might be having issues with communication. That might be a particular message for an Aquarius out there. Just so you might be having issues currently with communication. So let's see what the main spread has to say in regards to Aquarius. What Aquarius? Yeah, I'm definitely getting a vibe that you're having issues with communication, Aquarius, big time issues with communication. I mean, again, only take that message if it resonates with you, but that's what I'm seeing right now. And I haven't even jumped into the spread yet, and I'm seeing major issues with communication. All right, let's see. What does Aquarius need to know right now? Okay, Aquarius, I see that this is actually in regards to your home life. Also, this could be in regards to how you make your finances. Honestly, I see this. What you need to know right now is right now you're in this very emotionally balanced energy, which is really great. There is there's this disagreement or argument heading your way, though. However, because you're gonna respond to this in a very emotionally mature fashion, you know, proper Aquarius. But I am seeing that there's a lot of options before you of how you can handle this disagreement. So but if anything, you know, I like, and I feel like the cards are saying, you know, respond to this in an emotionally mature way, especially if you have someone trying to comfort you. Okay, don't allow someone to get you to act out of character, essentially. Like, that's what I'm seeing. Because um Spirit is actually saying there is a wish heading your way, Aquarius. Okay. I greatly feel, though, it's going to depend on how you handle yourself in this disagreement that's heading your way, because you have a lot of different ways that you can handle this. I think, though, if you remain emotionally mature, even regardless of whether this other person does or not, you remain emotionally mature. And that's actually what's going to call this wish to come closer and closer into being manifested before your eyes, um, big time. But I feel like this might have something. This could potentially be an argument in regards to a family member that you might be having issues with. Let me see if there's any other hints. It also could potentially be yeah, a new love. It could be a new love situation. This could be a new love, or a family member that's kind of going to be kind of picking a fight with you. And you have a lot of ways in how you could handle this. And I'll be real, like, you could make some below the belt comments if you wish, because I mean, that's, you know, again, it's not clarifying how harsh this person's going to be kind of trying to pick a fight with you. But I want to say, if you actually manage to kind of hold your own and not sink to their level, if you will, that alone is going to cause this wish of yours to just be that much closer to being manifested. Because at the end of the day, we attract what we put out. So if you start behaving in an emotionally mature fashion, especially when you're coming across negative energy and negative influences around you, and you behave in a very emotionally mature way, that's going to call in really great energy towards yourself, Aquarius, a lot sooner than you might realize as well. But it depends on how you handle this disagreement or fight heading in your direction. That's really what is gonna tell the universe whether you're ready for this wish to really be manifested. It might not seem linked, but I feel like energetically it's linked together. Okay, so just be mindful of that. All right, let's see. What messages does Capricorn need to know right now? What messages? I'm going to just see. It might be this deck. Oh, okay. Okay. For a minute, I was like, is the deck telling me to change it up? Sometimes I feel like it will, tell you if they want you to switch decks. Oh, you know what? I'm getting this vibe that I really need to just switch decks. And that's what's going to be ideal right now. Okay. Let's get it together. Oh, perfect. Okay. Definitely needed to switch decks. So let's see. What does Capricorn need to know right now? What does Capricorn need to know right now? Let's see. What does Capricorn need to know right now? What does Capricorn need to know right now? Let's see. Okay. Wow, Capricorn, I actually see right now your finances are kind of first and foremost in your and your vibrations. That's first and foremost. I'm actually also seeing that um, your finances are, again, they're first and foremost in your energy. I see you putting in a lot of work, and that's actually going to lead for you to really build yourself financially, Capricorn. But again, you have to put in the effort. Excuse me, you have to put in the effort for this to really manifest a large quantity of financial abundance for yourself. It's, you got to put in the work. However, I would like to add, you have this really fun, I feel like it's a really fun idea. This could be a passion project that you're really considering. I would really consider putting the effort and putting in work towards your passion project. I see that this really has the ability to manifest into something substantial for yourself, Capricorn. Something that is actually going to lead you to your great, really abundance and happiness as well. And I'm also seeing that the advice from Spirit is, at the end of the day, life is a long business. And nobody, well, how do we know? Nobody knows how long we have on this planet, right? You never know. We just don't. So I'm saying from Spirit, take your time to actually do something that you enjoy. Take the time aside to do things that you enjoy. Now, that means, if there is something, because again, work is first and foremost, I see that, but that you can also have a passion project that you kind of been pushing to the side. And I'm seeing even Spirit is saying, do it, do it. Try it. You'll never know. If you don't try, you won't know. That's what I'm seeing for you, Capricorn. If you don't try, you won't know. I'm highly recommending that, putting in the work towards this new idea. It's going to be a little daring. It's going to be adventure filled, and I'm seeing that really has a chance to manifest into something quite substantial. So again, without a little risk, without great risk, there can be no great reward. Okay, that's what I'm seeing for you, big time. Okay, so honestly, Capricorn, try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at the same time, you'll never know if you don't put any effort into it. If you don't at least try. If you don't try, you'll never know. All right. All right. Let's see what is going on right now with Sagittarius. Hey, Sagittarius. Let's see what is going on right now for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know right now? What does Sagittarius need to know right now? What does Sagittarius need to know right now? Let's see. Let's see. What does Sagittarius need to know right now? What does Sagittarius need to know right now? Let's see. Okay. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I actually see that you may have recently had an ending with someone that I see you were really into. You found this person very attractive, very much so, and you may have had a recent ending where you're not talking to them. But I actually see that even though right at this current point in time, you might feel like you're stuck in some kind of stagnant energy, you won't stay there, Sagittarius. I'm actually seeing you pull yourself right out of it, right out of it. It's like, at first you weren't talking to this person, but you have like a whole new energy coming in. Okay, a whole new energy coming in. This might be a restart with this person. No, I kind of am getting the feeling that this energy is you pulling yourself out of this vibe. Especially if this is you and you just had an ending with someone that you're not talking to right now, I see that you're pulling yourself out of this energy. Even maybe just going out having fun. I actually see the message from Spirit is to kind of release yourself from this, right? We can't control what other people do to us. The only thing we can control is ourselves and how we react. That's it. That's it. So I'm seeing that they're kind of asking you to, Sagittarius, you're the life of the party. Pull yourself out of this because you've got the strength to do so. Okay. Honestly, I think going out, having fun might be the exact energy that you need right now. So, getting out there and kind of rushing in to bring yourself, maybe go out with friends, do something fun, do something that you truly enjoy. Okay, because at the same time, again, you don't need to stay in this stagnant energy whatsoever. And I do see that you're going to come across this might be a particular person or a friend that's going to pull you out of this and say, hey, let's go this way, or an opportunity that might be kind of, a little daring, a little fun, heading your way, and it might actually lead you to an even better place than where you are now. And I do see that, so if you are feeling down, I want you to know, Sagittarius, you won't be stuck there for long. You won't be stuck there for long. I see you coming out of it. I see you coming out of it, babe. So especially if this is you, don't worry. You won't be down for long, honey. I promise. This is something that you're going to get out of. Okay. And when it happens, you're going to be pulled right out of it rather quickly. You're going to be shocked and be like, how did I get from being so down and out to feeling like myself again? You're going to start feeling like yourself again. Okay, Sagittarius? All right. That's really great. That's a really great reading. All right. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Hey, Scorpio. Let's see what is going on with Scorpio right now. What does Scorpio need to know right now? What does Scorpio need to know right now? Let's see. What does Scorpio need to know right now? Well, let's see. What does Scorpio need to know right now? Let's see. Let's see. What does Scorpio need to know right now? Okay. Let's see. Oh wow, Scorpio. Okay, I see a lot of growth happening for you. Also, you have this choice. Now, hold on. Is this romantic or okay, okay. This is you have a choice. I think this might actually be a choice in a relationship, Scorpio, heading your way. Relationship potential, not necessarily you're gonna have a choice between two great relationships where but it has the potential if that's what you're looking for. If that's what you're looking for, because I'm actually seeing that there's a choice. You have a choice coming in, but there's this request to almost look at things differently and go about things differently. Because I see you have a choice. And just a little clue: one of them you're going to find very attractive, fun, and playful. The other one is going to be more stable, more secure, maybe a little more financially secure, or someone who's more focused on being financially secure. They're going to bring out the both people will bring out a really good aspect of you as well, and they have a lot of great qualities. Each of them, these two people heading your way, but it's also on up to you to figure out what do you want for yourself, right? So you might have the best options, but if you don't see them bringing you to where you want to be in a relationship, then that's really for you to decide, because it's up to you to see what you want for your future, right? So if you want something that's a little more fun, a little more exciting, go for the person that seems that would be have that energy already within them. But if you want someone where you're like, I want someone I could really grow with and really maybe save for goals and build things together, maybe go for the one that's already more financially secure, because that's going to lead, they're more likely to lead you to that path. So, but I'm seeing that this is coming in, but there's this request from spirit to look at things from a different aspect, right? So, I also feel this as maybe don't look at things in such a surface fashion, right? Don't be so focused on surface. Take the time to really get to know them, because I see from spirit there's this they're almost saying that especially if you have been kind of in a dicey energy or something along those lines, I would highly recommend kind of taking yourself to a safer shores, if you will. The advice here is the Six of Swords. So especially if you have been kind of dealing with um aggressive energy or anything, maybe not necessarily aggressive, but so just it's something that's not really for you, I would highly recommend kind of taking yourself to maybe even just to a better state mentally before making a decision, especially a decision like this, where it's someone that you want to spend a lot of your time with. To make sure that you're in a calm place and you're in some form or fashion have reached a level of peace of mind, if you will. Because, when we're kind of all over the place mentally, how can we expect our choices, our decision making to be that level headed when we're in fact not level headed at the moment? You take the time. There's no rush. There's no rush. If someone tries rushing you, they're not the one for you, because someone that is a genuine choice for you is not going to try to rush you into any kind of decision that you're not ready to make. And now, does this mean you get to put someone on hold for months and years and this, that, and the other? No, everyone has their own life to live. And if you are taking too long to make a decision, they have the right to keep it moving. But so if you've been talking to someone for a week or two and they're like, I want you as in a relationship, and it's like, I don't even know you yet. Yeah, I don't know what your intentions are for me, or if you're just after a physical connection or what have you. Like they shouldn't be rushing you, right? And there has to be some form of balance with this. And I feel like that's exactly what this reading is talking about. But you do have options heading your way. So that's really, if anything, decide what you want for your future, and that alone is really going to help you come up with this decision on which partner or option is really going to be best for you. But I definitely see that you have options heading your way, Scorpio. That's for sure. Okay, you're not going to be stuck with just one choice. And if you only are at this time, you might have someone else pop up to kind of, but again, take your time. No rush. Okay, there's no rush. All right, let's see what's going on with Libra. Hey, Libra. What is going on with Libra right now? What does Libra need to know? What does Libra need to know right now? Oh, Libra, just to say, you might actually be having communication issues with somebody. I always, to be honest, every time it's like really hard to shuffle a deck, I always kind of take that as, that you're having, there's some kind of issue with communication coming in for you, Libra. But let's see what the main spread has in store for you, and let's see, what does Libra need to know right now. What does Libra need to know right now? Let's see. Okay, Libra, I'm actually seeing, oh snap, Libra. You've been kind of putting in a lot of effort towards something that you're not really seeing a lot of. You're not reaping the rewards of all this energy and effort you're putting in. Honestly, I feel that there's some kind of situation brewing. Now, this might be that someone is actually saying something very shocking to you. I think the request here from Spirit, this actually might be you turning your back to some kind of chaotic situation that may have involved your romantic partner. It's either a romantic partner or one of your friends. I feel like you're kind of turning your back to it. You're ready to defend yourself if necessary. That's what I'm seeing here. But you're almost turning your back to this chaotic situation that has really kind of crossed your path. This is also, I want you to understand, and Spirit is telling you, Libra, that you will be victorious in this. Okay, so especially if someone is kind of behaving in a certain way, and it seems like I really get the feeling that this may have been a one-sided scenario where you're putting in tons of effort and energy, and just this other person is just not giving back, right? It's almost like and what I'm seeing in the cards is it's almost like you're stuck in a situation where you're giving and giving and giving, and the other person is just taking and taking and taking. That's what I'm seeing here. I see that you're getting to a point where it's also leading to you to just be dissatisfied with how this is playing out, and rightly so, because I see you putting in a lot of energy and effort into this. They think that what you need to know right now is if this hasn't happened yet, there may be some kind of chaotic situation that's leading you to almost turn your back to it. And again, I'm seeing that this is either a friend or a lover. That's what this situation is coming into play, and with who, I should say. That's with who it's coming into play with. I see that you're turning your back to it. You're turning your back to it, and but I do see that you're being victorious, and I also feel that spirit is saying it might actually be a great idea for you, Libra, to kind of turn your back to this situation, because again, the only thing you control in this life is how you react. You can't control what other people do to you, right? So if this person is bringing about this chaotic situation to your doorstep, I see that the best thing you can do is turn your back to it. Say, you know what, you do you. If you want to get messy, you can be messy over there. I'm going this way. You know what I mean? You don't have to stay in that energy with that person by any means. And I also feel that by behaving in that fashion, that's leading to you actually being victorious in this situation. So even if this person is bringing a whole big mess to your doorstep, by you just turning your back to it, again, stand up for yourself if necessary. If someone wants to sit there and throw lies at your feet, you can call them out on it. I'm not saying, to not speak up for yourself. I would not never say that. But what I am saying is by you almost being very cool, collected, and very professional. All right. That might even mean behaving in a very detached fashion might be the best way to go about this. That's actually going to lead for you to have victory in this situation, Libra, just so you know. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what is going on with Virgo. Hey, Virgo. Let's see. What does Virgo need to know right now? What does Virgo need to know right now? Let's see. What does Virgo need to know right now? What does Virgo need to know right now? Let's see. What does Virgo need to know right now? Okay. All right, Virgo. I'm actually seeing um there's a situation coming up where you are. This is a big deal. I actually feel that someone may have actually been extremely sneaky, tried pulling the wool over your eyes, big time. I see that they tried and failed. That's what I'm seeing. I actually see that someone is, they're almost, it's like they tried pulling, they're trying to pull down the walls around you, but you're so aware that you already knew what this person was up to. Okay. It's like they were trying to be tricky and sneaky around you, but you're too in tune and too self-aware of your environment to allow this person to pull that off. It's like they tried and you're like, I already knew what you were doing. I already saw it. I saw it coming 10 minutes to 20 minutes ago before you even decided you were going to do it. That's what I'm seeing. I also see that, if anything, I wouldn't even pay this any mind. Focus on love, whether it's loving a loved one or yourself. That's what Spirit is saying. If anything, I want you to understand as well, Virgo, this person that's trying that, that's the exact energy they're calling in towards themselves. Okay, so they're if anything, by behaving like this, that's exactly what they're calling in towards themselves. So this person is almost dooming themselves to just reap. They're going to reap what they sow. That's what I'm seeing. They're going to reap what they sow. You, however, because you're handling this in such a mature fashion, your finances are looking great. You're going to be looking great. Okay. It's almost like this person tried coming for you, and by doing that, they damned themselves. That's what I'm seeing. That's exactly what I'm seeing. So I would not even stress about this. Although, and I see that this person may have got your defenses up a little bit by this whole situation, because it does seem stressful. I feel like this could be a person from your past trying to reach out messages. Yeah, they're very sneaky. This is a very liar, cheater, thief energy. But I see that they're not pulling one over on you, because you're so aware that you already knew that this was coming. You already knew that this was heading in your direction, and because of that, that you're able to avoid it, and not to mention protect yourself from it, because also I'd have to say your intuition is vibing so hard right now, Virgo. So I would, if you get a gut feeling about someone, follow it. Don't ignore it. If you're like, I would just, if anything too, if someone is trying to come for you, don't go to their level at all. I would recommend avoiding that at all costs. Remain professional, remain a stand-up person that you are. Honestly, keep your royalty intact. You're a class act. Don't allow someone else to have you act out of character, because if you remain a class act, use your intuition. You'll be able to avoid this. I see this as a sneaky person, big time, big time. They're just stomping in, trying to wreak havoc. But you're able to avoid it because you are aware and you kind of already knew that this person wasn't to be trusted. So that's really, um, you know, a big time. I highly recommend kind of putting your focus in on work and things that you love. And this could even just be a loved one if you have a significant other, or if you're trying to get out there and date. Put your focus in on that. Put your focus in on work and building up your own resources. That's, whether you work for somebody else or you work for yourself. Either way, those are the two places: your love life and your financial life. Those are the two that I would recommend, because this is just a mess. Someone's trying to drop at your doorstep, but you see it coming. So don't, you know what I mean? Just keep in mind, and this is actually, and the thing is, I know some people are like, oh, that was a terrible reading. No, it's not. Because at the end of the day, to be forewarned is to be forearmed, which means now that you're aware that someone is potentially coming at you with this vibration, with this energy, with this messiness, you now know how to avoid it. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, well, now I know that this is heading my way. You know, how do I avert myself from this? How can I swoop around and don't allow this messiness to touch me in any way, shape, or form? And you'll be able to do that because I see that you already are aware that this is happening or about to happen. So just abort mission, like stay away from this person. And again, if this hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen, but you already feel it in your bones. This is something that you already have the intuition knowing that this is coming towards you. Okay? All right. Well, let's see what is going on with Leo. Hey, Leo. Let's see what is going on with Leo right now. And what does Leo need to know? What is going on with Leo right now? And what does Leo need to know? What is going on with Leo right now? And what does Leo need to know? Let's find out, shall we? Let's find out. All right, Leo. I actually see Leo, hold on. Is this love or is it past? It won't tell me. It won't clarify. But let's see. For the main spread for you, Leo, I actually see that professionally, you might be doing really well, right? Or you will be. You will be soon. This is the energy that's either right here, right now, excuse me, or coming towards you. Okay. I actually see that you have, and this is on a professional level, that you have kind of a goal that you've kind of set for yourself, somewhere that you want to see yourself financially, professionally. That's where you want to head. And I see that this is actually, there's a hint here to follow your intuition. And that's actually how you're going to make this manifest for yourself, is by following your intuition, which is very, very high right now. You are very in tune. I would honestly, seeing this energy, follow your gut. Follow your gut, follow your gut, follow your gut. Big time. This is something that's really, by doing that, that's how you're really going to get yourself to manifest what you want out of life. Big time. Okay. There's also, I have to say that you're actually leading yourself to just be this very fun, passionate person. People are really just, you're looking very attractive to a hell of a lot of people, to just to let you know. I'm also seeing that, this is, you're almost taking yourself to a whole new direction than where you were. It's like you're really heading in a direction that you want to be in. A lot of people are kind of seeing you as attractive because you're looking very good right now, Leo. The only thing that I would say, and this is the message that's coming in from Spirit. So what I'm seeing is you really would benefit a lot from taking time to connect, okay? Reconnect yourself. So if you are religious, pray, okay? Big time, pray. If you're a religious person, if you're spiritual, meditate, okay? If you're neither, take quiet time to reconnect with yourself internally. Go on a walk and connect with yourself, okay? So if anything, and that I feel like that taking the time to reconnect yourself to yourself or spirit or higher power or whatever, that's really going to benefit you greatly right now. Greatly. If anything, like connecting yourself at that level is just going to be so beneficial for you, seriously. So I highly recommend doing that. I feel like that's also the advice from spirit, is saying that right now would be a great time to reconnect, a great time to reconnect, because I see that your intuition is already vibing, as I said, but it will just get stronger. It will get so much stronger if you take this time to reconnect, even just with yourself. Okay, so that's the advice here that I'm seeing. Okay. All right, let's see what is going on with Cancer right now. Hey, Cancer, let's see, what does Cancer need to know right now? What does Cancer need to know right now? Let's see. What does Cancer need to know right now? Let's see. Let's see. What does Cancer? Oh, Oh, Cancer, just so you know, you might be seeing a lot of synchronicities right now. So that the synchronicity is something like, say you were thinking about dogs, and the exact breed of dog that you were thinking about in your head just walks past you. Its owner's walking the dog past you, or something. It's something that, or you say something internally in your head, and so you walk past people, and they're actually talking out loud about the same thing that you were thinking about, something that lines up with your subconscious into the material world, and that's a synchronicity. So I'm actually seeing that right now. The synchronicities could be coming in strong, whether it's through work. You could be seeing a lot of synchronicities right now, Cancer, or a group of friends. You might just be having a lot of synchronicities, and these would be positive synchronicities. Just to clarify. But let's see what the main spread has in store for Cancer. Let's find out what the main spread is for Cancer. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So, Cancer, I'm actually seeing that there was some kind of secrets being held. And now this was in regards to some kind of relationship. Okay. I'm actually seeing, though, that it's almost like there was a lot of effort put into a situation that you actually had to leave behind and keep moving forward. It's like you put in a lot of energy and effort to almost just say, screw this, and now you're taking off, right? It's like this was a situation that you had almost wished for. You may have had a lot of dreams, Dreams is coming in strong here, but there was a lot of lies. There was a lot of lies. There were things that weren't being spoken about, and this is definitely and it's almost like it was like you came across, I want to say, almost like a false teacher as well. This could have been a false spiritual teacher, not necessarily I get the relationship vibe, but this could also have been a false spiritual person as well. And I see that a lot of effort was put into the situation, a lot of love, a lot of love. Thank you, Deck. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. A lot of love that you were really putting in. So what I'm seeing is that honestly, it seems like there was a lot of secrets. What you were being told was not the truth. There was a lot of things that weren't being spoken about. I also see that you were putting in so much work, but at the same time, with a healthy relationship, it should be both individuals putting in the effort and putting in the work, and seeing this. That's how a relationship will grow. It's going to blossom. But I see that the thing is it was one person. It was one person and putting in all the work and all the effort, and that's actually caused you to just say, take off. That's what it's saying. It's like, what's the point in putting in work if you're the only one trying to put in this effort? You know, I want you to know that Spirit is also saying that you will land into a more balanced situation, something that's more even. If anything, especially in regards to a relationship, be very mindful and aware. Is this person giving me equal give and take? That would kind of be a huge green flag. If you're seeing that someone is actually matching, that energy that you're putting out there, big time. Okay. And honestly, with this past situation, if you can't build a relationship on shifting sands, right? So if someone is coming at you with a lot of lies or half truths, that's not a person you can build with, and that's not your fault at all. You have nothing to do with if someone else wants to be a liar. That has nothing to do with you. That's them. That has nothing to do with you whatsoever. That's all them. Okay, just be mindful of that. So if anything, I see that it might be really beneficial for you to, if you are just noticing that, this is, and I'm not saying to every single person out there, if you're in a relationship, oh, just break up with them, leave. This is going to be a person by person basis. So, but if you have, you're already like, this is kind of my situation, and this isn't something that, if especially this is something in a relationship that you have been putting in a lot of work and not seeing any. But again, I also see that it's like a two-story, because this could also be someone that's very false spiritually. This could be a false leader, or someone that kind of puts themselves on a pedestal, and presents themselves to be more in tune than they are. They present themselves as someone who's very spiritually in tune, but their actions do not match up with the words that they're saying. That's what I'm seeing big time. Okay. Yeah. I would say though, more so that if you're looking for someone balanced, are behaving in a more balanced fashion for yourself, Cancer, you're gonna actually start pulling in very romantic. Romance is gonna be heading your way, but you have to clear this energy first. And I would say big time, make sure that when you do start considering entering into a new connection, Cancer, um, really, make sure that you all have, at the same time, no one's going to be fully healed, right? And that's like a false illusion that people spout all the time. Well, make sure you're fully healed. No one's fully healed. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm still pissed off about shit that happened 10 years ago, but that doesn't mean I'm still angry about it. But I mean, am I okay with it? I wish it didn't happen, but it happened. Anyone is going to still feel some kind of way about things. Like that's just normal. That's perfectly normal. You know what I mean? But my point is that if you do start considering entering into a new connection, make sure that you're not going to take out your past anger onto the new person. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? You can still be upset and say, I didn't deserve that. Of course. You know what I mean? That's perfectly fine. But as long as you're not, making the new person pay for that what that old person did to you. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Because if you do that, you're going to start scaring away real quality people. But I see, if anything, right now, that if anything, don't feel guilty for wanting better for yourself. If this person doesn't feel guilty for telling you a bunch of lies, you shouldn't have to feel guilty for removing yourself from the situation and looking for better. Like, whole facts. Okay. All right, Cancer. Let's see what is going on with Gemini right now. Hey, Gemini. Let's see. What does Gemini need to know right now? What does Gemini need to know right now? Let's see. What does Gemini need to know right now? Let's see. What does Gemini need to know right now? Let's see. Let's see. What does Gemini need to know right now? Gemini, you might be feeling a bit of discouragement over some kind of decision that you had. It may have you may be feeling a little upset because the choice that you made may have not played out the way that you had hoped. But let's see what the main spread has to say. But that is a message for a Gemini tuning in, just to say. Let's see what the main spread has to say for Gemini. Yeah, okay. So I'm also seeing in the main spread. Yep. There's some kind of decision that you're really stuck in your head about. Um, it's almost like this choice, and I feel like it almost seems like you're second guessing your own intuition, right? And this is actually in regards to work. This is in regards to something that has to do with your work. I see that right now that excuse me, I see that right now you may have actually been seems like you're really stressed out, babe. It seems like you're really stressed out right now. Um, you might be kind of stuck in your head, having issues sleeping, or just really dealing with some anxious vibrations. Anxiety might be playing a big part of your life right now, and a lot of stress. I see that. Um, I'm seeing, although right now that your intuition is actually going to be very strong. Your intuition is going to be extremely strong right now. So I would highly recommend following it, seeing what you want for your future, and start making small but steady steps in that direction. Because whatever happened with this work situation, I see that you're actually going to have, I'm seeing a new job. I see a new job in your future. So even if you're stressed out by some kind of choice, it's either a new direction in your current job, or you're finding an entirely new job that better suits you. This is going to take you taking a risk, taking some kind of calculated risk, mind you. I'm not saying, oh, well, you've been stressed out at a job, you should just leave it. I would never say that. If anything, if you are working at, and this is if you're working for a place, if you ever want to get a new job, the best way to get a new job, keep working at that place you don't like, and while you're working there, start putting applications into new places. It looks so much better on a resume if you're working at that old place. Well, because you can, the fact that you're currently working somewhere, it looks so much better. It looks so much better on a resume, just so you know. So that's, if anything, if anyone ever asks me my advice in regards to that, I always suggest keep working at that place you're working at and put in applications while you're working there. That's the best way to jump from one job to the next. Seriously. But because I want you to understand, Gemini, that your intuition will be helping you really start planning a future. Because I see that, this situation that you had to deal with as far as work's concerned, you're not going to stay in this energy at all, Gemini. I see that you're actually going to be getting psychic tips almost on which direction you want yourself to go in, and this is going to lead to very fruitful work for yourself. But this is, it's going to be new. It's almost like you got to leap into the unknown. But I see that this is going to be a new beginning for you. Okay, so you might be worried, thinking this is the end. It's not. This is you. That door had to close. That door had to close, and it's actually going to lead you to an entirely new situation for yourself. Okay, so don't worry, Gemini. This is not the end by any means. Okay, not at all. Not at all. Okay, let's see what is going on with Taurus right now. Hey, Taurus. Let's see what is going on with Taurus right now. What does Taurus need to know? What does Taurus need to know right now? Let's see. What does Taurus need to know right now? Taurus. Okay, I don't know what is going on, but I feel like a lot of people, Taurus, you included, a lot of people are having issues with communication right now. This seems to be a running theme. Okay, running theme. Now, I'm not sure if this is because Venus is in retrograde, but a lot of people, and again, well, Venus is love, right? So you might be having issues communicating with loved ones. That could very much be the case here. But let's see what's really going on right now with Taurus's main spread. What does Taurus need to know right now? What does Taurus need to know right now? Let's see. What does Taurus need to know right now? Okay, let's see. Okay, Taurus. I actually see that there is some kind of fight. That's this. No, 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 no. I take that because I maybe not necessarily a fight. Maybe it might actually be a fight, Taurus. But let's see let's delve deeper into this. Okay, we'll see what happens. I do see a kind of stressful situation crossing your path, Taurus. To be completely honest, this is kind of going to lead you to being kind of stuck in your head a bit. I see that this might be with is that you, or is that this might be a romantic partner, Taurus? Someone that is mature, nurturing. Yeah, they seem caring. Um, this is what I'm seeing. You might be having issues, maybe even potentially with a mother figure. Um, but this might this is going to lead you. Hold on. this might be leading you to, it might be leading you to kind of put a romantic situation behind you. That's what I'm seeing here. I don't know why I'm trying to skirt around it. Yeah, I gotta call it as I see it. You know, and I'm the last person to just, you know, life is not, you know, unicorn farts and rainbow kisses. Okay, like, you know, life is life. It has its ups and its downs. And, you know, especially as a tarot card reader, we just try our best to navigate through. And we try our, especially for me personally, it's most important for me to give an accurate reading rather than tell people what they want to hear. I'd rather give you an accurate reading, so that way, when this stuff does come to play, come to pass in your actual life, you are aware of it. You've been forewarned about it, and that way you can actually, you know, you're like, hey, wait, I knew that this was going to happen because, you know, the Goth Girl Tarot, she gave me that advance warning. So, and what did I think at that time? That I would handle it like this. Now that it's happening, and you'll be aware of that it's occurring and how to move forward towards it. So I'm seeing if this is some kind of upheaval, it could be with a mother. It could be a mother, or this could be a romantic situation, someone that's really caring and nurturing towards you, that you might have this kind of situation. Now, again, I'm not sure if this is a money situation. Um, Hold on, let's see. See, the cards don't want to specify right now. It's either, I'm torn. Okay, so it's either the situation is it's a money one, but I'm seeing though that this situation, that it's kind of like this nurturing person is coming towards this person that has their finances together, right? Um, Oh, Taurus, actually, well, I don't know why I'm saying that. I think this situation, this is a fight with two other people, right, that are bringing it to your doorstep. This is going to cause you to be really stuck in your head, right? One person seems very emotionally, not emotionally mature, but they're very nurturing, very caring. I'm also seeing, though, that your focus, you've been trying to build up your finances. That's what I'm seeing. And it's almost like you're trying to bring presence to this person, but it's almost like they're picking it for a fight. They're itching for a fight. It's almost unavoidable, but it is. And I'm seeing from spirit that the advice here, Taurus, is to avoid this fight at all costs. At all costs. So if these are two separate people and they're trying to pick a fight with you, and or they have their own mess going on and they want to drag you into it, avoid it. Avoid it at all costs. That's what I'm seeing, Taurus. That's what I'm seeing. Because I'm seeing that this fight that's coming towards you, so this is going to cause a lot of stress. It's going to cause a lot of stress, but avoid it, avoid it, avoid it at all costs, at all costs. This is what Spirit's saying, because you can, again, you can't control what other people do to you. You can only control how you react to them. And I see that these people, either they're trying to, it seems like they're trying to involve you in this drama. That it seems like that's already, they started up themselves, that they have a situation going, and Spirit is saying big time, don't get involved. Don't get involved in this. You know, don't at all. You know, these could be past friends, these could be past romantic partners. This is something that's going on with them, right? It doesn't necessarily, yeah, it doesn't necessarily involve you, but it's almost like they're trying to drag you into it. I would avoid this at all costs. Okay, seriously, I would avoid this at all costs, Taurus. So, all right, let's see what's going on with Aries. Hey, Aries, let's see, what does Aries need to know right now? What does Aries need to know right now? Let's see. What does Aries need to know right now? Let's find out. What does Aries need to know right now? What does Aries need to know right now? Okay, Aries. What I'm actually seeing right here is you have yeah, it's almost like you've been trying to remain balanced, right? So this would be the Aries that I'm talking to is someone that's almost trying to balance out their, maybe they're partying or they're drinking or something. You may have actually kind of cut back a little and tried to balance yourself, right? And kind of reel it in a little bit, right? So what I'm actually seeing is, you know, this is the wheel of fortune is turning, right? I think this is actually going to lead, this might be leading to a bit of a stressful situation in regards to your love life. Now, I actually, and this could also be your partner, or your intended, right, might be a bit of a drinker. And that's what I'm seeing right now. This would be for an Aries. Now, if you're, again, this could be a relationship or a situationship. There's all sorts of different connections out in the world. But this person is a bit of a drinker. Okay. And I'm seeing that there's a lot, it's almost like a lot of stress and a lot of effort is being put into a romance that, but it seems a bit one-sided, Aries. I'm also seeing though that there's some kind of challenge heading your way. The advice from Spirit, Aries, you really take the time to face it. Face this challenge that's not passing you by, but it's actually coming up, right? It's something that's going to be approaching you. Face it. Okay, don't turn your back on it. Face it. I see that this is going to be something that, I mean, potentially, it could go one of two ways. Either you guys work through it and you come out on top, and you come out on top more stronger than you were before, or this is something that you realize maybe you'll have to leave this out in the cold. This might be something, a situation where if this person is, almost seems like if they refuse to change, because I see that a lot of burden is being put not on both. This is on one person. One person is almost dealing with all the stress of this situation and all this effort, whereas the other person is kind of just, they're just back to drinking. They're kind of, drinking is it's a big theme in this reading, big time. I see two different cards where this person could be a bit of a drinker, and I think that's what's kind of leading to a lot of stress for this other person. But at the same time, I would say, stand up for yourself. You know what I mean? In this situation, but come at it with love as well. You don't have to be harsh, but maybe sitting down and talking to this person about this situation, because I do see that this drinking it seems like it's going to get really out of hand, and it might lead to a situation that it causes a lot of stress, a lot of stress. This could even potentially lead to someone getting in trouble for drinking and driving, to be honest. And that could is what I'm picking up on big time, is this burden could be leading to someone like actually getting in trouble for drinking and doing something. And I'm kind of getting a hint that it could be potentially drinking and driving, and that's what it could really lead to, a lot of stress. A lot of stress. I mean, that's, at the end of the day, but you can try with this person, but if they're not ready to quit drinking, or they don't want to, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Someone they have to want that for themselves at the end of the day, and you can be caring and supporting of this person, but if it gets to a point where you're constantly, putting in all this effort and you're not seeing it matched, you don't have to stay. Just so you know, you're not required to stay with someone. Well, sometimes it's best to just love someone at a distance. But again, I see that it could go one of two ways. Either this could strengthen your connection and really upgrade, you guys could really grow strong from it, or it's get left out in the cold. I think the energy, it's a little too up in the air to really say for certain. Again, like, because we all have free will, right? So if somebody chooses to change and that's what they want for themselves, that's there. The possibility is there. I see that. However, if they don't, that's when it could, be decided that maybe the situation is best left in the cold and just leave it alone. But I feel like the energy is kind of too up there to really say one way or the other whether what they're going to decide. Okay, but we'll come back. We'll figure out this reading together in future for sure. Okay, but I say right now it could go one of two ways. One of two ways. I feel like right now, if anything, that really implies that they are undecided of what they want for their own future. Okay, that's really what's coming into play. But I will say that if they don't get their drinking under control, this could potentially lead to them getting in trouble for drinking and driving. So that's something I definitely want to pre-warn about that. So all right, Aries. Well, everyone, I think those are all the messages that everyone needed to hear. I just want to say thanks for everyone for tuning in. As always, it's an absolute pleasure reading for you guys. If you resonated with your reading, please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great day. All right. Bye, everyone.